11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna in New Jersey. One more day in Jersey. Beautiful day. No snow. Everyone's like, oh, you must be freezing. Oh, you must have a bunch of snow. It's Jersey. There's no snow here. Hello, Charlie Carr. What's up? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I am in New Jersey. Did a gig last night in Scarsdale. Fancy, fancy. And I'm trying to put this on here so I can have a free hand. And hello, Julie Luce. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Patty Loman. Ladies and gentlemen, back. Sending you an invite. Jeff Metzger. Go Warriors. Go Layla. Hey, girl.
Good morning.
Get it. Get
Morning.
it, Layla. Get it. Get it.
Get it, Layla.
Hi, Layla. Are you a pretty girl?
Who's talking?
Hi, Layla.
Who's that?
Hi.
Who is that?
Hi, Layla. I love Layla. Hey, Tatiana. How's your little girl?
Yes.
Layla.
Play.
Hi,
There you
Layla.
go. There's a picture.
What do you want?
Pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl.
There's the button.
I see it. Look at her little tail.
We're in here the
You're
other day.
sick too, Tatiana? Your daughter's sick. You're not sick. Girl. I know she had the flu. That's
Anyway,
terrible.
we're in here the other day in the morning like this, and we're talking and, you know, playing with Layla, and we're talking. Oh, okay. Well, so we're talking.
Hi,
and
Lisa.
and
Congratulations.
we start getting distracted talking, and all of a sudden Layla, who's now not getting the attention, figures it all out, and she on her own runs over to hit the button so she'll get our attention to play with her, because that button says play.
Right. Lily's got her button. Except
What do you want,
Lily
Layla?
just talks. We don't need
Layla, what do you want? Layla? Look at it. She wants to scratch.
She's busy. Congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you.
Very cool.
I went too once. I did my first dive.
You went to once. How many times did Lisa go?
Well, it was she went 2 days. There was 2 dives a day. I went the first day and did 2 dives, but I didn't do the certification program and didn't. So I had a guy with me shadowing me really closely, and who was the most important thing he did was he was the one who manually was inflating and deflating my vest to go move up and down in the water, which when you're certified, you got to figure that out on your own, you know,
Congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
Layla.
It's pretty cool down there. It's pretty cool down there at 40 feet.
What did you see that blew your mind?
Lots,
oh, there she goes with her mama.
Just lots of fish, just lots of pretty fish.
What was the most beautiful colored fish that you saw?
Well, the yellows, you know, the yellows.
And everything.
But Lisa saw a few octopus. Lisa saw a few octopus.
She did.
Yeah, they're you know, especially with my cataracts, they're hard to see. I mean, you have to really be looking because they kind of blend into the coral to where so you have to really know what you're looking for because they just turn the same color and they pop back into the little thing, and you have to be. But I didn't see any eels.
Did you see any sharks?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Layla, back and better than ever.
So we're driving out there. We're driving on the boat, and as you're going up the north coast, there is a mooring system with buoys.
Can you flip around so we can see you?
Oh, that's right. I'm shit. What the hell am I doing?
Shit, what the hell am I doing?
So there's a mooring system with buoys. Let's do it this way. Mooring system with buoys. Okay. So and at various spots above the reefs. Okay, so it's where the boats go and they hook up. And so they're in specific spots because that's where the good diving is. And there's for several miles there's these series of buoys, and they're all hooked to the ground. So then the boats tie up there, and then you go diving right in that area. So Lisa's dive master, her trainer, as we're talking to him on the way out there, he's got, I can never pronounce the Dead album. Amoxa, the Ioxa, that one.
Now that you said it.
He's got that tattooed on it. He's got that tattooed in his arm, and he tells us that this mooring system, these buoys, were built and paid for by Jerry Garcia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He
was he was diving at the end. Diving, that was his solace. But in this area of Hawaii, that was where one of his spots was that he'd go regularly.
Call me right now. Jersey. I'm not in Manhattan right now. I was in Manhattan, but now I'm in Jersey.
What part of Jersey?
I'm in Clifton.
Clifton, that's north. That's New York area, isn't it?
It's not far. I'm about 40 minutes from the city.
Why is my... Well, what do you want?
Layla.
Tell us what you want.
Girlfriend.
What do you want?
What do you want?
We're trying to get
He's
everybody.
like, I don't want to go step on a piece of plastic that says play. That's what I want. What are you guys doing today?
Thanksgiving prep. A few little
what do you make for Thanksgiving that is an unusual? Do you have any unusual sides?
No. We've done some years of fancy and it's too much work. Yeah. What do you want?
So you just do mashed potatoes, stuffing, peas, green. You do that weird green bean casserole thing?
I sent out the outline last night to my kids.
Well, then you gotta do it. Come on. Why are you being ornery?
Okay, Layla, you gotta be quiet. Go take her out.
It's the Layla Show. Starring Layla. Anyone else is reacting to it? Lillian would be barking by now. They'd be talking.
She's yelling at us.
She
speaks in senses. Oh, she just hit the button.
There you
now
go.
Now she gets to play. Okay. So,
now are you gonna play with her after all that?
Out to my kids last night. So, but I made the outline. So I said turkey,
Yes.
stuffing, 2 kinds, gluten-free, non-gluten-free, potatoes, mashed potatoes, and sweet potatoes, question mark. Does anybody want to make sweet potatoes? 2 vegetables, gravy, rolls, cranberries, desserts. Some of them have already been assigned. I said, you guys figure out what you want to make for the rest.
Chris makes homemade pies.
So that's where it stands right now.
Oh, pie.
Chris is making.
He's making 3 pies. He's gonna.
A pumpkin.
He's taking over my kitchen for a day to make 3 pies.
Pumpkin, an apple cranberry, and a peanut butter banana cream.
Peanut butter. That sounds like Gilligan's Island. Peanut butter banana cream.
Well, Chris likes to bake. Chris is.
You're having. Is your son coming home?
Yeah. Chris and Kate. Yeah. Their kitchen in New York does not lend itself to being able to make 3 pies at a time. So he comes here, he's got the big kitchen, and he gets turned loose and he gets to do what he wants.
How fun.
Yeah, he's
cool. Good. Nice shirt, representing.
I slept in it.
So what happens then today? Are you going, any music happening, or is it just all Thanksgiving prep all day, all night?
Possibly.
Thanksgiving prep all day, all night. Errands. We have to finish a couple of things that have gotten behind us. So yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm rehearsing with Rolf Sturm today. Can't wait.
A gig or for a?
It's volunteer. It's
we did a gig last night in Scarsdale, And tonight
That's
and today we're rehearsing, prepping for, we're going to make a record, I think, finally. So we're trying to, people call me during the 11 o'clock hour. I'm never going to answer your phone call. Sorry, unless I'm on another device. There you go.
How long are you in the New York area?
I leave tomorrow and I go to Chicago. Chicago, Chicago. Do-do-do-do. Rob Morocco's here.
So where are you going to be for
Coast to coast. Say that again.
Where are you going to be for Thanksgiving?
In Michigan.
Okay.
Then Grace and I go back together January 11th to the Bay Area.
Gotcha.
I'll go before and then I come back and then she and I go together. So
Okay.
if you guys are you going to Mexico? Did you go? Are you going?
We are not. For when?
For whenever.
We're going for a wedding in May.
Okay. Are they getting married?
They are.
Wow, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Ask the strangest question of your day. Rob Morocco wants to ask the strangest question of your day. Okay. Shoot.
Keith scheduled the wedding on the week. Oh, are you asking me to ask a question? Or Rob's asking a question?
Rob Morocco just asked me the strangest. Have I sung? I have. I have sung using helium. Yes, I have. I don't really need it. I can sing that high. But yeah, I actually was on I didn't do the helium for this, but I did a commercial once where I had to kind of sing like that. So I kind of figured it out a little bit. So your brother's getting married.
How about on
Cool.
nitrous?
What about nitrous?
You ever sung on nitrous?
I've danced on nitrous. I've dropped a big bottle of really good beer on nitrous. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Sure, there you go. Okay.
I used to, put it this way, I used to date a dentist.
Then you'd have access.
So it was controlled.
Yeah, sure it was.
Big old Glad bags. People use balloons. Ha!
Right.
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about.
So what was your
So
question?
were you happy with your boy Bruce the other night?
You know, I've seen a couple of clips. I haven't watched the show. The songs, I'm not overwhelmed by the new record. I thought the performance with the band live as opposed to was much better because Bruce is, you know, and when he's out there in front of people, he's always better. So I thought those were fine. I think there's a couple of songs on the album. I think there's one that would be very, very good in concert to get him going. What's it called? Do I Love You? Do I Love You? Yeah.
Do you love me?
No, it's not that one. It's called. Shit, I can't have the device. Anyway.
Do you want my review?
Yeah.
Bruce has a voice that works for Bruce.
Yes.
And it works for Bruce. And he has, hey girl, his range is somewhat limited.
Yes.
So when you do an R&B song of any sort, he just stays here. Can get down a little bit, but he doesn't have the range to really get into the song.
Right. That was my take. Not his genre, not for his voice.
Exactly. Ooh, look at the look. Look at that look.
No?
No, I'm listening. I mean, most of the, what I call, I guess regulars are less than enamored with the record.
Yeah, Bruce fans. Well, Julie just said some of Bruce's comments to public have been pretty egotistical. Well, I mean, it's Bruce Springsteen. He's got to have ego larger than New Jersey.
And he does, for sure.
Yeah.
I've always said that about all great entertainers and athletes. To be able to perform at you there? To be able to perform at the consistently high level.
I don't completely agree with that, but I understand.
To be able to perform at that consistently high enough level that is required to be at the top, you can't simply, failure cannot enter your head. And to be able to take all the idea of failure out, you have to have such an idea of yourself. I think that's where the ego gets driven. And that's why I think they have big egos. They can't, the alternative doesn't work.
I don't buy that. I feel like it's a need to still hear and perform, and there's an internal love of music, but I think it's a knowingly I can get away with this because of who I am.
Yeah, I really don't think he needed to do that record personally.
No. And that's,
well, there was 40 more songs he recorded that weren't on the record.
Right. So it could have been, you know, like Prince or Stevie Wonder have thousands and thousands of songs that unfortunately now we're hearing Prince's stuff because his family is greedy and they're putting it out, you know, spottingly. But Stevie Wonder has thousands of songs we'll never, ever, ever hear. Right. Bruce Springsteen could have just done this for himself, maybe performed it live, but right. I don't think the record needed to be made. But good for him for doing it. I guess it's, I know my limits. I don't sing opera. I don't sing hip hop. I can with a certain, because I have a range, but his range is like that. Sorry, Bruce. Sorry.
Yeah. Why would you want something here's something as an item to be considered in and of itself that is less than your best?
Right. And when I sing a song, when I cover a song, I don't try to sing it exactly like, I don't want it to be anywhere near, like my Watching the Detectives is nowhere near Elvis Costello's Watching the Detectives.
Right.
And he actually thanked me when he heard it because he said people could understand what he was saying. But I don't, when I hear someone that covers a song and they cover it pretty much just like the original, I like to honor the music, honor the writer, honor the performer, but I want to do what I want to do with the song without insulting anybody, of course.
Well, that's the main criticism I've heard and seen about the record is that
making it your own.
He didn't do that, but that was a conscious decision to keep it true to the original. But doesn't, so for reasons I don't know, but that's what he decided. In fact, if you were to ask him, it seems like he did this record because he was bored during the pandemic.
Right. I was just going to say because he was bored and he could do it. He could spend $500,000 on a record because he was bored.
He loves that genre of music. He had been influenced by them in a lot of respects, and he was, I think, in his mind, was paying homage to them by singing some of the songs of the people that he admired and the songs that he liked.
I agree 100%.
That was, but it doesn't seem like it worked though. But except I think when he gets a band behind him, like he did on Fallon, that it's better because now you're seeing the musicians do their thing.
I would like to see Jimmy Fallon play Bruce Springsteen doing that music.
Well, he's played Bruce Springsteen before.
I know, so play Bruce Springsteen doing that music. Jimmy's got a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's talented. And not that Bruce doesn't have a voice. Bruce has the perfect voice for Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, Bruce does not have a voice.
No, he has a perfect voice for Bruce Springsteen, but she's saying not for others. But he's covered a lot of those songs for years.
Lisa, do you like Bruce Springsteen?
I do. When he, I mean, I very much admire his talent. Bruce has started to remind me of Dylan as he ages and he continues to, I mean, you know, if anybody saw Dylan for the first time in the last 10 years, they'd be like, who hired this guy to sing?
Right.
So, you know, and the thing about Bruce that when Jim was it without saying anything, I thought he's got great backup singers on this,
Mm-hmm.
and they're nailing it, showing him up.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sensitive to things like, you know, pitch. I mean, is he on the note, and it just didn't work.
It didn't work.
So we'll see what he does with it when he
I'm
gets
not
out on the road.
dressed, so that's why I'm not getting
maybe
on
nothing.
I know. I love this though. It's sort of like we have the secret interview with Lisa today. The comments, but I totally agree with you. I've seen Bob a number of times, and in the last, I would even say 15 years, you kind of go,
yeah, but you know what? I would still go see Bob because to me, it's like going to see poetry recited when he does his own.
Usually when he's in that space. But
Right.
I've seen him in so many different ways where you go, oh, who is he going to be tonight? And I respect that. You know, sometimes I can't understand a word he's saying. Sometimes the band is too loud. Sometimes it's just him. Sometimes, you know, he'll do a Warren Zevon tune and I cry for 2 days.
I know. And so my attitude is these people who are fans who say whatever they do is okay. That's an insult to the artist too. Call them out when they're not. Don't just say you can do anything and we'll love it and pay $1 million to go see it.
Right.
And that's why the album bothers me. This album is not worth buying as a Springsteen album. So I'm gonna get all beat up about this, but you know.
Yeah, but congratulations.
Attitude. One of the super fans for years who writes a lot just skewered this record with, you know, and who never says anything bad about Bruce, just skewered. So yeah, it's not been.
Well, he's not a vocalist. Those songs are for vocalists. He's not that he's not an opera singer. He's not a this singer. He does what Bruce does. And when someone tries to mimic him, you go, oh, they're trying to mimic Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
You know, don't do that. Just sing who you are.
Right.
And he wasn't trying to mimic anybody on that record, but he just doesn't have the voice to do those songs.
It's like playing an opera on a accordion.
Right.
Well, he's covered soul songs over the years with the band, and that's what he converts. Then he does them to his style. He doesn't.
But they're not in an R&B style. They're Springsteen.
Right, it's in rock and roll. When he did Higher and Higher for that one tour, at the end of the tour, it became, you know, he turned it into his own song. So I think it's possible that in this next tour he'll take a couple, he'll convert them to the way he does rock the place out. But he's not coming out, I don't think, and singing in this way in front of in a stadium. That would be surprising.
Yeah, he probably can't, because he did stretch. Anyway. Lisa, can we do this next week too? It's fun. We'll come up with another topic.
Who are we going to bash next week? Who are we going to? Who's
not bashing him? It's just.
It was.
Have you discussed this with Gary?
No.
So maybe ask Gary his take.
It was
Jeff, what would be the most you would consider paying for a Bruce concert ticket?
I don't know.
Lisa can tell us. Go ahead.
How much would I pay for a Bruce ticket?
Yes. How much would you pay?
To go see him now?
Uh-huh.
Like for me, going to see a concert would involve paying me.
It would involve paying you. Got it.
I'm not a concert goer.
I can't answer that question. The answer is I paid face price for a ticket to one show coming up. The question is, would I pay more than face?
Okay, what would you pay for a first row center seat at Radio City Music Hall?
Right. Oh God,
Well, the sound's not good at first row at Radio City.
Beacon Theater. Beacon Theater. First row, center seat.
A lot, because if it was a venue like,
what's your bucket list?
I'd pay
10,000?
No, 1,000.
You wouldn't?
No, wouldn't pay. I've seen it too many times to
You're annoying.
to pay.
Is there anybody that you would
pay 10,000?
I'll tell you who I think I would pay the most money.
besides
Wait,
me?
Yeah, besides you. Here's
He'd have to get permission from his next wife.
Yeah.
Next week I'd really love to talk about that window breaking thing again next week.
Yeah. Oh, that was hilarious.
The most I would pay.
Wait,
Here's what I would pay the most to see right now. I'll tell you, number one on my list, I would pay the most for if I could for up close for Neil Young a solo acoustic.
Yeah,
that would be number one.
That's so good. Oh,
right
that's so good. I've been there. First row center, Neil on playing guitar, playing grand piano and an upright piano all on stage, and he walked around do. First row center, me and my brother Nino. Bam.
I would tell one of my children.
No.
It was, and then we went back the second night too. I think we had third row.
When we were in Hawaii, we wandered in one night to one of the restaurants there, and they play live jazz every night. They used to play different kinds of music, and they found that people seem to come for the jazz the most. They call it jazz, and it's all instrumental. There weren't any singers. It was just instrumental jazz. And we wander in one night, and it's a keyboardist
who plays regularly, and he usually has a regular with him, a guy who plays various percussions and horns together. Percussions and horns, yeah.
Saxophones. Is that a horn? Is that considered? I don't know. Anyway, guy plays
clarinet. He played
saxophone,
and he had drum with his feet.
And but the first night we wandered in, that guy wasn't there, and substituting was a young woman. She looks like she's in her late 20s on the violin. They were playing Brubeck. It was phenomenal.
Oh, cool.
There's a video of it on my website.
They were playing Take 5?
They did not play Take 5.
No. Well, we don't know. We weren't there very long.
We did not see them.
We got there very late. They do a 2-hour gig, and we were only there for 45 minutes of it. And then we went back a couple nights and saw different people. One night we saw the guy that plays the clarinet and all those things. He was fabulous. Another night there was a guy there just playing saxophone, who apparently has tremendous cred, but I just didn't care for him. And then we went back again and she was playing again. And I mean, she's just such a musician. And we went and talked to her afterward because
such an amazing instrument to handle and to do well at it. I just love it when you see someone that really knows their craft.
And they were playing songs, pieces that people would ask for. And I asked for Satin Doll because that was Jeff's parents' song, and she didn't think she had it on the music. And so she was playing it. She was sight reading it and following him. Not that that's anything extraordinary for somebody that with her level of training, but I mean, to watch her, he just plays. She had to go with him, even though I think she was really the main instrument. But
so he wasn't really accompanying her. She had to play with him. He was more than,
but she had the skill to play with him, and he not vice versa. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He dictated, and she did what he wanted. And I chatted with her briefly afterwards. I said, "You're classically trained." She said, "Yeah." I said, "I could tell. I mean, it's just so obvious." Oh, she just was extraordinary. So, I'm saying all that for that. Here's an example of somebody who you know, she's not world famous. She's not, and yet just was knocking it out of the park and drew me back to try to see her again, you know?
How fun. How long were you guys there? Were you there 2 weeks?
10 days.
Mm-hmm.
And what's next? Africa?
Don't bring that topic up.
Yeah,
we have a little issues with that, which will.
No,
Okay.
if we pull it off, next is Belize.
Oh, cool.
She wants to go diving more.
I bet you do. Now you got
Offered
the
a
bug, right?
Offered a stay place.
We have somebody that's offered as a place to owns a
then
home.
you must. I'm hoping
What?
that I'll be in California all of January, February, March. So I gotta at least try to get down there for a couple of days. So when it happens,
Yeah.
if you guys are
Do you have
around,
Do
go.
you have any
Layla.
gigs like in California?
Stuff in the Bay Area,
Nothing down.
Valentine's week, and
Go get it.
some other stuff. I should get something down there. I play with this wonderful pianist in the Bay Area that would be really fun to get us somewhere to do a house concert or something. So
Yeah.
What?
Who books your stuff? Do you guys book your own stuff?
Me.
Oh, a big leap. That
Is
was a
it hard
leap.
to get in?
Layla leap.
Yeah, you know, you got to call. I mean, certain places are harder than others,
Yeah. Sure.
but I just did 10 gigs in the Bay Area in Northern California and then came here and did 2 in New York.
Yeah.
That's good.
And now I'm going back and I have to work on my collages because I have an art show in February in Healdsburg.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. So you guys feel like coming up to Healdsburg on a weekend?
Where is that?
It's, Napa.
It's right
Yeah,
above
yeah.
Santa Rosa.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
that
right,
should
Jeff has to go stretch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stretch, get to the market. We got stuff
Happy
to do.
Thanksgiving, you guys.
Same
You
to
too.
you.
You say hi to
Thank
Mama
you.
Grace when you
Thank
see her.
you. Thanks for being here.
Okay. Ciao.
Take photos so we can see the food prep. And I'll
There you
ask
go.
Gary about that. What do you want me to ask Gary? What's the
Just get his-
question?
No, just have the same conversation. See what his take on the whole thing is. Make sure you tell him yours and see if he agrees. My suspicion is he will.
Be interesting. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jeff. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm jumping off, and we'll see you tonight from somewhere. Love hard. Really, really hard.